from the Mahwah High School in Mahwah, New Jersey, WCTV is proud to present high school football between the Cardinals of Westwood and the Thunderbirds of Mahwah. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry LaFury, and joining me tonight is Brian Carr. John Francola's on special assignment, so Brian's going to be helping us do the game. Brian, today we have a game between Westwood and Mahwah. Boy, we were talking to both coaches, and we were talking about the history of these two teams playing over the years. They had some fantastic games. Looking for a hard-fought game today.
Definitely both teams undefeated coming in here, Larry. Westwood off a state championship last year, comes in solid, undefeated 4-0. And then Mahwah as well coming in 3-0. Mahwah, had some rough times last year, some injured players. And this year they seem to be able to get the kids on the field and not have any injuries. So they're looking forward to a really good game, and they're ready.
And we look at Mahwah, coached by Adam Schutz, doing a wonderful job. The young coach, he's bringing them along slowly, building a program, not a team. I always say that you have to build a program, then the team follows. He's doing that today. He has a number of players who have been playing outstanding. Joey DeMarco, number 4, outstanding. He has 7 yards per rushing the ball, 30 yards reception, and he does a great job. He was the athlete of the week, the record athlete of the week, and they have Daniel McClanahan, who last year accounted for 1,480 yards. So those two gentlemen do very well. They split. Sometimes they play wide receiver. Sometimes you might see them in the running back. Sometimes you might see them at quarterback. Their quarterback basically is Daniel Cobell. He has 347 yards and 5 touchdowns this year. So they do have some skilled players who can strike gold in the end zone. And they're facing a very formidable team, the Westwood Cardinals.
Yeah, the Westwood Cardinals, as I said, right, defending state champs. Westwood, they seem to have a well-rounded team. Offense definitely led by their 4-year starter, Robbie Karsich. And their offense, too, is very dynamic. You got a young guy. You got the Klein brothers, and you got the young Stevie Klein, who really stepped up last week and had a great game and scored a couple touchdowns. So there's Aiden Carzana is an all-star, too. At any time can break a score for a touchdown. So they're well-rounded. And defensive-wise, Westwood has only given up like 3 points a game. And a couple of the touchdowns, one was special teams, and one was late in a game that they were way up on, like a Mercy's Rule game against Cedar Grove. So they're looking good.
So both teams looking to continue their winning streak. They have not lost. It's two teams undefeated. The crowd expected to be extremely large here today up in Mahwah. We hope to have a great game. Brought to you by the volunteers of WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington.
Steve.
Yeah, they look so alike in person.
They did? I heard you're going to put it on. Right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Larry wants me to get back in the check.
Good. That's a good look, man. You're getting your journalism. That's good.
What'd you say? I can't hear anything. I don't know what anybody's saying. I can't hear anything. I'm on camera 3. That's Ida. I lined up there.
think they might put it in here in the game.
Yeah, I think they said they're gonna put it in halftime. I'm friends with those guys, and they want to get John and talk a little bit about Westwood. So I'm going there.
Oh, that's the Mahwah?
Yeah, it's like a school.
No pressure. Good luck. Good luck. Shake your leg.
Stay on three. Go back. Yep, stay on three. Back on three. On one.
Go deeper.
Back on three.
And join the Mahwah High School Marching Thunderbirds under the direction of Mr. Jeffrey Bittner as the America with the playing of our national anthem.
The national anthem was played by the Mahwah marching band. The crowd is filling in, and you know, Brian, we always do these games at 7 o'clock, sometimes 6 o'clock. But at 7 o'clock, people start getting here, walking in, and they come in a little late because they're working or they're having dinner. But by 7:15, 7:20, the stadium is usually filled, and this is what's happening today. People are still coming in. They're expecting a very, very large crowd here tonight. Both teams undefeated. Mahwah doing very well. And I remember talking to Coach Schutz last year. He doesn't make excuses, but when you listen to them, my God, they had so many injuries. He really couldn't put a team on the field sometimes. He didn't have a punt. He didn't have a snap.
Hey, the big game for them last year to get to the playoffs, they beat Dumont. It was a big upset for them. So no, they're ready to play. We talked to the vice principal. He told us they're ready. They're not afraid of anybody, and they know what they're playing. A really good team in Westwood. But
listen, there's going to be a point in a program in a team's history as they move along where they have a significant win. And I think Mahwah's looking for a significant win against Westwood. Westwood is just trying to continue to move along and keep winning and winning and winning, knowing that we're getting close to that time where the PowerPoints and seeding really becomes important. Next week, they will have played their 5th game before October comes, 5 out of 8 games, and you pretty much have your seeding just about, you know where you are. You might move up one, you might move down, but you got a pretty good idea where the seeding is going to be.
Right now, I said earlier this year, before the season started, probably about the 5th game, you'll know where everybody's at that point.
Pretty good idea. Now, there could be changes, but it's kind of tough to move. You're not moving from a 6 to a 2. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
and you're not going from a 2 to a 6.
Right, the guys on top, like Westwood, should be, if they can continue to, play and have a good game here, which likely they will, they should be a number 1 seed or pretty high up there in the seeding because they're there.
Yeah, I think last year they might have been a 3, and they got to Franklin and lost to that Caldwell team that just doesn't seem to lose, winning week after week after week convincingly.
I think both schools here, very good teams and tradition of success. I think I looked, Westwood's been in the playoffs the last 19 out of 20 years. Mahwah's been about 14 times the last one. So both teams, and state championships galore for both teams.
I heard a stat that just about staggered me. The last year that Westwood was under 500 was 1993. So that's 6 coaches, 3 or 4 different leagues, back and forth. I mean, it's just amazing. Now, Westwood will kick off. John Morrison will do the honors. And we'll see who's dropping back for
Mahwah.
For Mahwah. They're far away. We're going to try to get a number.
Michael Bear, number 2.
Is that 4? Is that going to
be 4,
be
Joseph DeMarco?
Yeah, DeMarco's going back along with Max Sambati.
8, Stephen Lewis.
We're ready now.
Stephen Lewis.
The crowd is filing in. The anticipation is just about over. Referee is getting ready. And we are ready to begin here at Mahwah High School.
A lot of starters on the kickoff team for Westwood,
they're waiting for the okay from the referee who's, wait a minute, we got a problem here. The referee's on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there he goes. There's Morrison patiently waiting. Can't start the game until the man with the white hat goes to the goal line and blows the whistle. There he is.
He's there. He's ready.
Okay, now we're ready. Morrison is ready. Referee is ready. He blows the whistle, gives the okay to kick. Morrison comes forward, and the game is underway. End over end. Coming down, and that ball's a live ball running around. And Mahwah's got one of both players thought the other one was going to get it.
Tackle
and the ball dies on the 1 yard line.
Luke Bucinich was right there, and a number of other players.
That's Brian, that's a live ball because if Westwood picks it up, they could just take 1 step into the end zone. Thank you very much. Touchdown.
Yeah. Both players looked at the ball and thought the other player was going to get it, and nobody got it. But they did eventually get it, but now they're in trouble, deep.
So Mahwah comes up with Rosenblatt, Wirth, Matisic, Ingerman, and Kasparian will be the line.
Well, let's see how this goes.
I'm going to have to sit down to see out this window. 1st and 10. The ball is on about the 1.5 yard line. Long count. Up the middle and stopped for about maybe 2-3 yards.
Middle of the line, RJ Rusher right in the middle of that.
So now we have a 2nd down. They move the ball about a yard, make it 2nd and 9 for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, they had a lot of players in the middle of that action there. Michael Karsich along with RJ and Darrow as well. Darrow Methuen.
Calling signals. Motion.
Very tight up on the box.
Got to be careful here. And he gets knocked down at the 2 yard line.
Aiden Carazano in there made that stop. They almost had him in the end zone too for safety.
Very close.
Very short.
So it's going to be 3rd down, and we're going to call it 8 yards to go to be to be generous.
Right. They're playing, it seems like a lot of guys in the box are playing really tight for the run there, that last play. But maybe now they'll back off a little bit and play prevent for that first down.
Cobra Bell's calling signals.
Pretty tight. You know, look at the safeties, Larry. Really close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they spread everybody out. Westwood looks out there in a man-to-man.
The quarterback likes to run here too, Larry. I know. So watch for a run. Got to delay a game.
Let's see what
Delay
they
a game.
call here.
Delay a
Timeout?
game. Delay a game.
Well, it doesn't really matter. It's about a yard
Yeah,
back.
half a yard.
The indication is a delay of game on the Thunderbirds. This penalty
So they move the
will
ball
be
back,
half a distance
and the
to
spot will
roll.
make it now 3rd and 11.
Brings up
Inside the 1 yard line, man. That's a lot of pressure.
from their own 1
Michael
yard
Rinaldi runs in for Westwood. We try to give the Westwood defense, but let's finish this play, see where we are.
back for the Thunderbirds, number
Cobra Bell
3,
calling
David
signals.
Noble.
Has a snap. Looks down. Has some room. Rolls to his right.
Guy
No
open.
one's open.
Oh.
And
Oh.
he just gets out to the 2 yard line.
Michael Karsich on the play. They almost had a sack. He made the tackle. Almost had him in the end zone, but the guy he was able to get out there for a little bit of a gain. But so he's now at the 2 yard line.
So Joe Klein will drop back to about his 35 yard line. Newman will kick, I believe.
6.
There's Joe Klein waiting for the kick.
Yeah, he's only on the 30 yard line. Look at how short
He's
he's
on the 30.
Yeah.
Westwood's going to have some terrific field position.
For the Cardinals.
This is what I call Westwood football right here, Larry. Short
Kick
field.
is up in the air. Klein's calling for a
Oh,
fair
wow.
catch. Oh, then lets it go. And the ball bounces. Very nice bounce for the Thunderbirds. Westwood will take over on the 46 yard line. Just the beginning of things. With 9:16 to go. No score. Westwood's first possession.
That was a nice punt, though.
Oh,
Nice
the-
punt out of the end zone now.
He
Flipped
kicked
the
it.
field.
He kicked it a lot farther than Klein thought he would go. So for Westwood, the offensive line has Dante Downey at the center, Charles Sarlo and Luke Billio guards. The Roberts boys, Tyler and Brandon, and they big.
They're
the
big boys.
tackles.
Yeah.
Aiden Carazana is a wide receiver. Tom Bucinich will be the other one.
At quarterback for the Cardinals, number 1, Robbie Carson.
Connor Stewart, number 13, comes out to the wide to the left.
Stephen Klein here.
Pitch out here. That looks like it's
Steve-
Dugan.
No, it's Stephen Klein.
Is that Klein?
Yep.
That's Klein. Okay.
Stephen Klein.
Nothing.
Number 3, Steve Klein on the carry for the Cardinals.
Short gain 1 yard there for Stephen.
Let's see if they give him a yard.
That's a yard.
2nd and 10, we'll call it.
Right.
Second and 9 for the Cardinals from their own 48-yard line.
The marching band is right in front of us, so you're going to hear it all night. And the cheerleaders for Mahwah are to our left. Canizaro runs out to the right. Bucinich comes out to the left. Wing to the right. Koch is calling signals.
Ooh, hit the line.
Nothing. In the middle. Stopped.
Stop.
That was Steve Klein again.
Number 8, Stephen Lewis. Right? 6, no, sorry, number 6. Alexander Didos. Alexander with the tackle on that play.
Robbie
Yeah.
Cartridge is the quarterback. Joe Klein and Luke Bucinich. Now we have Connor Stewart in number 13.
You call it.
Number 23 comes in for Westwood.
Good defense here so far from Mahwah here.
Oh,
2
yeah.
plays in a row. Very good. Stopping the
good-
run.
Good defense by both teams.
Yeah.
Cartridge calling signals. Cartridge
Roll
rolls to his right. Looks, fires,
Oh.
overthrows his man.
Overthrow Joe Klein out
Yeah.
there. He had enough yards for the first down, but the ball was a little overthrown. So
Yeah, he fired the ball, took off on him.
A little too
So
much.
Westwood goes out meekly on 3 plays.
3-0.
Stephen Lewis drops to the 15-yard line. Kicking should be Sean Morrison.
It's like the feeling out process here, Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8,
Plays.
Steve Lewis is deep for the Thunderbirds.
So Morrison will kick. Snap comes back nicely. Thank you.
Good
Cup
punt.
is high in the air.
Good punt. Good
And
coverage. Ooh, right there. Late.
caught by nice catch by Lewis.
Very
And
late.
how you
Very
like
late.
that?
Very late,
Yeah.
you know, his calling for the
Well,
fair catch there late.
Those two possessions made 15 yards for Mahwah. The ball is now on about the 20-yard line. Actually, it made 20 yards.
15.
Let's see where they're
Yeah.
marking the ball. 15-yard line, right.
Yeah. So they gained about 14 yards.
Yeah,
there.
just change.
Little
Sometimes you really get a great field position, and they flip the
And
field.
let's see if they can get it opened up a little bit now. They were kind of really bottled in there earlier, being inside the 1 yard line in the first drive. So maybe now they'll open it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
Cobell calling signals.
3 wide receivers over here.
Looking. Hands off.
Good
Gets to
block.
the outside.
Good
Got some
block.
room. And I think that DeMarco, nice run.
That's 22.
Oh, that was number 22 there.
Preston
back.
Duffy.
Yeah,
Preston
who I didn't
Duffy.
mention.
Nice
Preston
run.
Duffy.
I think I saw the guard made a nice pull and got a good kick-out block on the edge. Gave him that running room. That's
So
good yard.
Duffy, their feature
9
running
yards.
back,
9 yards.
picked up 9 yards. So bring up a 2nd and 1.
There you go. Went back in the back. Now they trips to the other side.
Long count.
Handoff.
Here he goes on around the right side.
Back to him.
Has some
Oh,
room.
a
The
lot of
bunt to
room.
beat.
Look at
He's
this.
running down the far sideline. And he's knocked out of bounds in Westwood territory inside the 50-yard line.
And a flag over there. That was Preston Duffy again on the run. A lot of running room there, Larry.
Yeah,
Nice.
they collapsed the whole right side of the Westwood defense.
Almost 30 yards on the run. Plus, looks like a late hit probably.
Yeah, looks like hitting them out of bounds. So we had another 10, 15 yards to that.
Wow.
And that's going to put Mahwah deep in Westwood territory.
Yeah, 2 plays, and now look at where they're at here. You're gonna be where they went back to another spot here. So it looks like they're going about to a 36 or so.
So let's see where the mark is going to be. It's going to be at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Thunderbirds as they're moving.
You haven't seen that many big plays like that against Westwood this year.
No, that could be one of the biggest plays of the year.
You know?
Here comes the
Oh,
round. And
nice. Dar, there's a hold on
they
that.
got a
too.
hold on Dario. Looks like 77 held Dario Matherin.
It was Joseph DeMarco on the run, but Dario, we'll call him the Super Junior now, made a big play there.
And
Late.
we'll see what the referee's going to call here.
It was a hold, obvious hold.
Yeah, it's a
they
hold
saw.
against Mahwah. Let's see what they're going to do. Hold Mahwah.
Right.
They're going to move him back 10 yards, bring up a 1st down. So the down remains the same. Now it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Thunderbirds.
Nice play by Dario Methuen, right?
Yeah,
Really good.
he broke in.
This 10-yard penalty brings up a 2nd and 20 for the Thunderbirds.
So 1st and 20 now for the Thunderbirds. They got to get to the 27.
We got 5 receivers here, Larry.
Cobell looks.
Trying to pick 'em
Pushed
off.
out of the line. Throws downfield. Knocked away
Wow.
by Bucinich.
Nice pass there by Kabobo. Good pass, but it looked like the receiver behind, the receiver who tipped the ball, was maybe the receiver intended. There was 2 receivers in that same area there within
Yeah.
a few yards.
You don't want that.
Yeah. But I think the deeper one looked like he was in position. The other guy tapped it, knocked it down.
So Cobell, he throws the ball very well.
Nice.
That kid is a outstanding football player. He got 1540 on the SATs.
Yeah. He's a first team all league skill position last year. 1,400 yards of offense last year. We heard 3-year starter. He's a senior.
I just checked. It's 1570 on the SAT.
Wow.
I didn't
Yeah,
get that.
good
In
grades.
I didn't get that in 2 takes.
I think this year he's got 5 touchdowns, 5 passes. He runs too. I've seen him run.
Here's a
slightly.
run again. Cuts back, has a hold, and it's closed quickly at the 45-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 15, maybe 14. Who's counting?
Daniel Monahan on the run, number 1. I think this is his first carry. Monahan.
Foster comes running in, number 22. Preston Duffy, I'm sorry. This is the Westwood band
Wow.
on the other side.
Okay.
Quickly, Mahwah comes up. Westwood shows blitz. Now we have a offside on the top.
Offsides.
Westwood showed a blitz.
Yep.
And one of the linemen was able to flinch a little bit.
Got a little jumpy. There's a couple of linemen there, Larry. I think it was more than one. So
Well, Westwood tried to make
Missed the card.
the
No
line
basket.
drop from jump from the Mahwah, and the Westwood line jump. Hey, there's the Cardinal. We haven't seen the big bird in a long time.
Maybe get the bird to come up here.
There are too many people up here. Can't fit.
Later on, we have big guests up here.
All right, there's a nice shot of the Mahwah offense.
Oh, call timeout by coach.
And there's a timeout on the field with 5:59 here at Mahwah High School. There is no score between Mahwah and Westwood. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington. 3rd and about 14.
Empty backfield.
Cobell goes back. He's being rushed. He's
Oh, deep. There's a guy way deep.
And he's going to be dropped on the 45-yard line. A loss, a sack. So that's going to bring up a 4th down. And let's see what Coach Schutz does. I guess you'd want to punt here and put Westwood in bad position.
That was Luke Bello there. Luke Bello with the tackle, the nose guard.
Nice,
Got in there.
nice coverage downfield, haven't I?
Yeah, but there was a guy that broke open deep, but the quarterback couldn't see him. He was open, but just didn't have time to throw it there.
You know, if you run around long enough, and the quarterback can scamper, you're going to break open sometime.
Somebody's going to get open, and
So
sometime
Klein is back on his 10-yard line.
punter hey, got a good punt last time.
Well, he got a
almost
good
50
one.
yards. Oh,
Close. Rinaldi almost got it.
Ronaldo was in there. It's a fair catch.
Nice high kick.
Nice catch. Joey Klein.
Nice high kick.
Joe Klein with the catch.
Yeah. You gotta get
Nice
that number.
catch.
So,
High.
so Klein, that's it.
Now they flip the field, Larry, right? Mahwah's deep in their own end now. Now we have the ball deep in the Westwood territory.
This is the subtlety of football. If you watch it, you see it. Like Mahwah had the ball on a bad kickoff down at the 1.
Right.
And over 3, on just their Westwood's 3rd possession, they moved Westwood now to their
Right.
10. So they
Switch.
flipped the field considerably. That's what Westwood can do. Klein out to the left. Splits to the right.
To watch.
Dugan is to the right of Carthage. Is a handoff to Dugan. He's
Here's
around the left side.
Aiden Dugan.
And he will bang his way across the 20, more than enough for a 1st down.
Aiden Dugan there, the young junior. His brother Jack. Remember last year, Jack
Oh,
had
what
a
a
great
player
year
he
last
was.
year.
Oh, yeah.
This is
He's
young
a-
Aiden.
Jack's at Boston College.
Yeah. I don't think he's playing football though. He's just going to
Nah.
be a student up there.
Yep. No, he's some type of intramural football.
Yeah. Play some club sports. But we saw Aiden a couple years ago playing some scrimmages, and we saw some good action from him, and he's a good player. They have a lot of different kids they can move into running back.
A 1st down and 10 for Westwood. Cartridge calling signals. Tries the same play
Same
with
play.
blocking in front of Dugan. And Dugan is taken down for a pickup of about, doesn't look like much, but he got about 4. Let's wait for the spot.
Well, at least it's productive, Larry, because earlier on the earlier drive, they weren't moving at all. Now they've gotten some positive yardage on their running plays. 2 in a row here now. So you got about 3 yards, 4 yards. They found someone on this side here. That's Tyler Roberts right over here, 54.
And his brother, the other side, Brandon.
Brandon Tyler here. Now they're both on the same side now. They got both of the tackles, brothers, next to each other. Now they're talking timeout. But they had both brothers on tackles on the same side here.
Yes, that overloads. That's an overload.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a timeout on the field. Crowd is coming in. So, Brian, they played a half of a quarter. And Mahwah is just hanging in there, playing very well. 3:58 to go in the 1st quarter. Coach Schultz was right. He thinks his team has really made a turn, and they can cause damage in the next 4 or 5 weeks.
That's what it's all about, getting your team ready. This is playoff football. Both really good teams, 4-0 Westwood, 3-0 Mahwah. Mahwah really, they say, haven't played a lot of really good teams yet, but looks like they've gotten their some good practice in playing those teams and doing very well here against a very good Westwood team.
And Westwood, they're just trying to find their footing right now to getting back to running the ball, which they have to do.
Yeah, they got. I looked at the stats from last week, and they were able to run more last week. It's something they hadn't done a lot early in the year. We've talked about that before. They needed to get the running game going. You playoff football, you need to have running game. So
Oh, yeah. And the weather's going to be bad. Now we get into
harder to
October
throw
and
it.
playoff November. I always call it playoff November. The weather might be bad. You're going to get cold rain. You might get some wet snow. You need a running game to help you move along. So,
Yeah.
so we're just about ready now for the second down after the timeout.
See if they go back to that same formation again. They were just
Alright.
in.
Well, they're taking the guard
Looks
out.
like they're back over here now.
Yeah, here
The
they
two
are.
tackles are on
Yeah.
this left side.
They are really overloading the
Heavy.
left side with the two Roberts kids.
It's
And Cartridge going to slip
Cartridge
around
run.
and nothing.
yeah, Robbie.
He may have lost a half a yard on that. So it's going to bring down 3rd and 7.
That's their misdirection. They pulled those tackles around to the in front of the quarterback to pull and fake to Klein coming the other direction. But
Westwood
the
had-
defense was ready.
Westwood had a 3rd and 9 and an incomplete pass. So now they have another 3rd and 7. Let's see what Coach Bobby Guy dials up for this Westwood team. Cartridge got the signal. He knows what the play is. Hands it off to his team. They break the huddle, and here we go. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. We have 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. There's no score here in Mahwah, New Jersey. Cartridge calling signals. Back, looks,
Got some.
fires, has his man, and he has enough for a first down, and that will be Joe
Joey
Klein.
Joey Klein there. Nice catch by Joe, and Ron got the first down. They spread them out there. They have 3 receivers over there now. They're going to hurry up.
Here we go. Westwood's moving the ball now. Trips to the right. Cartridge calling signals. Snap comes back. Hands it to Veras.
Veras,
He's a
nice
speedster,
run.
and he gets
Speedy.
across the 45-yard line. Look to Westwood to get to the line real quick.
That was Braden Madish. Tackle, senior, 3-year starter. Also a hockey player there, Braden. He plays defensive tackle. But
Second down and short. Let's see if Westwood airs it out on 2nd and short. The ball's on the 47. Cartridge calling signals. Delayed. Here comes Tavares, and I think he has enough for a first down.
really close. May have to measure here, Larry. Oh, first down.
First down. He got across.
So they're mixing it up here with their running game now. You saw Aiden Dugan, and now you have Tavares running. So
They
it
have
seems
Klein.
to be a little different.
They got
Stephen
runners.
Klein earlier was in there, a couple plays.
They have runners.
So they're mixing it up. We haven't seen a lot of Aiden Carazana too much yet.
Klein and Bucinich are out to the right. Carazana's out here to the left. There goes
come on,
Cartridge.
Robbie.
He's making something out of nothing as he gets into Mahwah territory about the 47-yard line. A pickup of, let's see the spot. Oh, he got about 5 yards. 2nd and 5.
Joseph DeMarco with the force out there. Good scramble by Robbie Carson there. That's Robbie Carson's football right there, you see. I mean, a lot of moving, a lot of juking, but he usually gets a little bit more yards than that, but still he gained a positive yard, so 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5. Trips to the left with Klein way out on the flank. Cartridge calling signals. Has a snap. Fakes.
Fake.
Throws outside.
There's
Has a man. There's some blocking out there. And he's got a first down, and that's going to be Canizaro.
Yeah. Aiden Carazana tackled by Maximilian.
So that's a first down for
Good
the Cardinals.
battle.
They move smartly. 1:46 to go. The ball is sitting on the 40-yard line of Mahwah.
So they're mixing it up well here, Larry.
Yeah,
Little
they-
run, pass,
They got their
mixing up.
Yeah, they got their.
They got their mojo going.
Yeah, they got good word, mojo.
Mojo.
I was going
Yeah.
to say their timing,
Yeah.
their tempo.
Time, yeah. Speed.
Mojo's a good name.
Mojo.
All right,
Getting a move.
Connor Stewart comes out to the left. Cartridge hands to Tavares. This kid could fly. Don't give him an inch, and he picks up. Let's see where they're going to spot him out. About 5 yards.
Another run. Nice run for Tavares. That was McCallahan over there with the tackle, number 1. Over there, the DB on the
So it's going
side.
to be 2nd and 4, 5. Make it 2nd and 5. The ball is sitting on the 34-yard line of Westwood. We're inside 2 minutes of the first quarter.
Nice drive here for Westwood, right? This is the first good drive. First time they're over here in Mahwah territory.
And it started deep. Down at 10
started
yard
with,
line.
really deep.
It's tough to make a 10 play drive.
Yeah.
Westwood's pulling it off.
Tavares
Tavares
again.
with a hole in the middle. He bangs off. He gets close to the 30-yard line. He's going to come up a wee bit short of a first down.
Brandon Madish in there with the tackle and a couple other of his buddies there on the defensive line. There was
And the cheerleaders, they do a great job. They work hard.
yeah, they're part of the team.
They're a team.
Yeah.
They're a varsity team. Third down and one.
They work hard.
We're in 2-down territory here.
Third short.
Klein and Bucinich come out to the left.
Quarterback keeper.
There goes
Robbie.
Klein. I mean,
boy.
Carthage.
Oh.
And he's going to be dropped for a loss. Going
Nice
to pick up a
tackle.
fourth down.
Maximilian back up there.
Tell you what, these Mahwah kids know where that
Number
Westwood's
9.
going. They had that smoked
had
out
that
from the
red.
beginning, yeah.
Yeah. Robbie couldn't find a way through there. He lost a yard on that too, Larry. Now 4th and 2.
So 4th down and 2. Mahwah's got to hold them. We have 16 seconds to go. That will probably be the last play of the first quarter as we get inside the 10-second mark. So the first quarter here at Mahwah High School will come to an end with no score between the Cardinals of Westwood and the Thunderbirds of Mahwah. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington. All right, it's 4th down and 3 yards to go. We're just beginning the 4th quarter. Westwood is looking at second quarter. Sorry, I'm looking at the 4 downs over there. Second quarter's beginning. Let's get that straight. Carthage is calling signals. Motion. Carthage looks.
Deep.
Throws downfield. He's throwing for Bucinich.
Luka Bucinich. Oh,
And incomplete.
short.
They're going to
he
call
got
a
penalty.
They're going to call a penalty, probably interference on Mahwah, as Bucinich was run into. Let's see.
The ball was a little short there, Larry. It was a little underthrown, and then the defender, the offensive player, moved back, tried to get it, and then the defender just ran into him.
That's it. Defender moved, ran into him.
Yep. So it'll be a first down.
So they'll straighten that out. Gives me a chance to say, did you know that all WCTA program and our digital bulletin board are simulcast on free local BTV app? Watch for free anywhere in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. Boy, you can hear the great Brian Carp area on your smartphone, laptop, and you can stream it to your television. Sign up for free streaming on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple, Android for many local TV stations. To view WCTV, flick Community at the bottom of the page. Programs can be recorded. We hope you enjoy it. 1st and 10. Dugan goes around the left side, and he's going to get to about the 15-yard line where he is stopped. Maybe a pickup of 3, maybe 4.
They seem to be
generous.
gang tackling him a lot here. Mahwah's been able to kind of, when they can, they get a lot of defensive linemen like Braden Matic there, made that play. So they're in there. Number 70, Maximilian Ingerman.
Robbie Carthage
Good play.
comes in with the play.
Got the band in here.
Looks like Dugan and Steve Klein are in the backfield. Either side, to the right now of Carthage.
Fake handoff.
There goes Dugan, and he fights his way to the 5-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down, 3rd and short.
Again, that middle of the line there made the tackle in the defense. My favorite name, Brendan Madish in there on the tackle, and as well as Giovanni Camden.
So it's 3rd down and 1 for the Cardinals of Westwood. Again, 2 in the backfield. Carthage calling signals. And Dugan will have enough for a first down as he's to about the 5-yard line. They're far away from us, so we're going to need our camera people to really save us.
Daniel McClanahan on the tackle came off the edge, made the tackle, but he still got the first down.
The great Lou Serbio and Paul Packy up there. Bob Steckel keeping everything tight for us.
Ricky
and Ricky's
back
on doing the directing.
And
There's Ida right on the ground. Ida's got the remote.
Look at
She's
Ida.
right. She's right on the field.
There she is.
Don't get in the huddle there, Idol.
No penalties on Ida out there.
No. First and goal
First and
for
goal.
Westwood. Carthage
Fake.
fakes, rolls, looks,
She's got an
looks,
open receiver
fires,
right there. Bucinic.
throws, touchdown.
Bucinic, Luka Bucinic right there. Nice
Yep.
catch, high over his head. Touchdown, Westwood.
So Westwood scores first with
4 yards.
9:56 to go, and they lead 7-0 over Mahwah. That was a bullet.
Nice drive on that play. It was good fake, roll out, they fake. Robbie rolled out to his, throwing side.
That was a 90-yard drive, Brian.
He had a couple guys open there to throw to, so it was good play design by the coaches to get the players in a position where Robbie had somebody to throw to. Robbie continuing to improve his stats. Robbie has completed 75% of his passes this year. Doing pretty well there. 37 for 49 coming to the game.
So Westwood now takes a 7-0 lead, 9:56 to go as Morrison bangs it through. And Westwood takes a 7-0 lead. So it's been an interesting game here. Mahwah's giving him everything. There was a very big interference call on a 4th and 4-5, and that gave Westwood the opportunity to take it in. 3 more plays, but they did drive 90 yards, Brian.
Yeah, if they didn't have that penalty, Mahwah would have the ball. So there's not much difference right here between the two teams. Both teams are playing very well. Westwood happened to get a break on the pass interference and able to keep the momentum and put it in the end zone. So Mahwah needs to answer a little bit here.
So we'll see who's at the goal line looking for the, who's down there for the, I'm sure it's going to be Joey DeMarco. Now they got to be able to know who's going to get the ball. Now they're going to say, you got it, I got it. Opening kickoff to let the ball die on the 1 yard line.
Sure, coach talked
There's
to him
a kick
about that.
coming down. Looks like DeMarco will have it at about the 10. Angles to his left and is tackled.
Good. Tavares on the tackle. Nice tackle. Wrapped him up cleanly. No, didn't let him go anywhere at all.
One thing about Westwood you've seen over the games, we've seen them much more than we've seen. They tackle well. They don't. People don't break too many tackles with them.
And they rally to the ball too.
And
They
they
get
run
to the ball. There's multiple players at the point of attack, and they make the tackle. You don't see a lot of kids breaking tackles and going on for extra yards. So that's key. You can't let other teams get extra. The yards. They call them yak yards, right? Yards after catch.
Yards after catch. They have all these terminologies. Yards after catch.
Yak.
All right. Mahwah comes out, splits to the left, splits to the right. Cobell calling signals. Long count. Cobell wants to run, and he hits the line and gets about a yard, maybe. Very little. The whole right side of the Westwood defense had him.
No, they didn't stop Luke Bello in there. Luke Bello was right in on that one. There was didn't have a chance to break that one at all.
I tell you one thing about the kid Luke Bello. He has played some outstanding defense as a linebacker. He is something else.
He probably doesn't get a lot of notoriety. They have a lot of good players, so there's so many stats being mixed them out all to the rest of the players. So one player gets most of the attention.
And you know what? He also is a lineman too. They put him in as a lineman.
Play on offense.
I like when
he
drops back. There he is, right there, number 51, right in front of you. Mm-hmm. He's a lineman now.
Right. Let's see RJ. RJ getting
handoff.
He's back there again. They see that line right there. They bottled it up. Both RJ was right there as well as Bello. Both those guys kind of stood up the linemen and then let the linebackers come in behind. Michael Carthage was right there waiting to clean up whatever anybody tried to get through that line.
That's what they do. They're supposed to bottle everything up.
They play their
Bello,
gaps. Play your gaps.
So now it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 yards to go for Mahwah. Now Mahwah's got to make this 1st down. Get a little momentum going here. Westwood wants to stop them, get the ball back, and do more damage offensively.
Got to watch the quarterback running. He's a good runner. We haven't seen him run yet, but
Cobell calling signals. Still calling signals. Hands off and dropped short of a 1st down. Nice play in the middle.
Who was that down the run?
Bucinic.
Oh, that was
Thomas
one.
Bucinic.
That's Daniel McClanahan.
Yeah. Bucinic made a tackle.
Bucinic.
So now got a kick again.
Yeah. quickly to the line
Kirshner
of
will do the
scrimmage.
kicking. He's kicked very well. He's got Klein backing up inside his 40.
Remember the first punt, Joey Klein was only about 30 yards from the line of scrimmage, and the ball went over his head. Now he's back further, anticipating a longer punt. So
DeMarco moves over. Snap comes back to Kirshner. Steps forward. Boy,
punt.
is that a high kick.
Can't even see it.
Wow.
wow.
And Klein gets it inside the 50-yard line, where the Cardinals of Westwood will take over. 1st and 10. They will spot the ball on the 48-yard line. They lead 7-0 with 7 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the half. We are at the Mahwah High School complex in Mahwah, New Jersey, and you are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington.
Hey, Larry, I call this Westwood football. They score, they play defense, get a short field. A lot of times they score. I'm not saying they're going to score here now, but a lot of times they do. So this is you score, play defense, get a short field, and just put the pedal to the metal.
And this is the Mahwah MO.
This is
the
Westwood
Westwood
MO.
MO.
This works. It just,
Kosic has time.
he's got a
Looks,
long, looking
throws
for a long one.
downfield.
11.
Incomplete, intended for Busanic.
Busanic there.
Busanic was running a post.
Right, and Joseph DeMarco on the coverage.
DeMarco had him pretty well covered.
I thought for a second there may have been a little tug on a jersey and may have gotten it, but we didn't get it. So.
Yeah. Good defense.
But it was covered well. He
But
covered
you
him well.
see the MO Westwood. Let's strike.
Go for it. Yeah. Let's
They
go
haven't
for it.
thrown a deep pass all game. 1st and 10 on a 47.
Yeah.
Let's go for
Let's
it.
go.
Klein comes out. That's Joe Klein. Comes out here to the
sorry.
right. There goes Dugan. And Dugan is staying on his feet. Gets shy of the 40-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 4. We're in 4-down territories. You have a player down on the field. And it looks like it's a Mahwah player.
It was Joseph DeMarco on the tackle.
He's down.
That's Daniel McClellan. He's been in a lot of action. We've talked about him a lot here. Running, and tackles.
I think DeMarco's going to have to come out. His
Yeah.
helmet come off.
Helmet. Yep.
So he's got to come out.
Have to
No, I'm
replace
sorry.
him.
It's Callahan. Yeah, Callahan.
Yeah,
I thought it was 4. It's hard to see
McClellan.
down here.
Looks like he's got a little nose. The helmet came
A
off.
little
He's got
nosebleed, yeah. So there's a timeout on the field as McCallahan comes out. And let's see how good he looks down here.
If we get a good picture.
Yeah, we don't.
One thing with them, we talked to the coach. A lot of their kids play both
There he
ways.
is.
So here he looks like a little bloody nose.
Yeah.
But they need to get these players, these starters, back in the game because they don't have a lot of depth.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He looks like he's okay. Probably the helmet came up.
A lot of times the helmet just comes down on your nose, that bangs it. So it's going to bring down a 3rd down and 4 long yards to go. Kosic calling signals. Kosic has some room. Goes around the right side, staying on his feet, and is dropped very nicely inside the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and I'm going to say 1 yard to go if my eyeballs hold up here.
That was Gambati on the tackle, number 9, Maximilian Gambati.
Yeah, you like that name,
Yeah,
Maximilian.
Maximilian.
So a 4th down and 1 yard to go for Westwood.
They have 2 Maximilians here, too.
Yeah.
They have number 70 is Maximilian Ehrman, and we have Maximilian Gambati.
So Cartridge comes in with the signal. 4th and 1. Spreads out. Carazana out to the left.
Yeah.
Klein out to the left. Hands off to Dugan. What a hole. And Dugan right up the middle to the 20-yard line.
Wow.
A pickup of 19 yards.
Wide open there, Larry. Right up the middle. Nobody touched him until he got deep into the defensive backfield. That was Joseph DeMarco on the tackle. More and more you're seeing the DBs having to make the tackles. They're getting through the line, and the DBs are having to make a lot of their tackles here. So
Dante Downey and Luke Bello.
Westwood football.
Blew a hole there.
Westwood football. Short field. And you put pressure on the defense and try to score.
We don't mention a lot about Dante Downing and Charles Salo. Bello we mentioned, defense. But he's a good offensive player, too. Oh, there's a great tackle. As he knifed in and dropped, I think he dropped, who'd he drop? He dropped Dugan for a loss.
Yeah, there was Elijah Dixon on the top. He came flying through there. Maybe the coach told him, guys, we got to stop that. You can't let him be running up the middle that easy. So
That is true.
From the Thunderbird 22-yard line.
Elijah's only a young sophomore there for Mahwah.
Yep.
Westwood coming
He's a
out.
sophomore. He got some nice players here,
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
Schutz.
Westwood, he's from Washington Township.
He's
Westwood,
from
young
Washington
man.
Township, yeah.
Home of WCTV. Nice play there by the defender.
They had that play. I'll tell you, that's coaching. Because they've seen that play many times, and they were ready for it.
Number 6, Alexander Du Bois. Nice play on that one. We haven't seen too many tackles for loss here for Westwood. There you got the first one. That was a big play for them because now they're behind the sticks here, about 15 yards they need to get. So they probably have to pass, or maybe they're going to go short, try to get half the yardage, and then get the other half on fourth down.
Yeah, go, get it in chunks.
Yeah.
You don't have to go 15, 18 yards.
They're in fourth down
they
territory.
need. So it's third down and about 14 yards to go.
Well, we could get it to Tavares. He's been running really well, so you never know. You're going to want to play to him, speedy guy. There we go. Fake. Tavares wide open.
Has him run.
Wide open. Ooh.
And he dropped the ball. Tavares had it.
Wow. They faked to him, and he was wide open, and that's a tough one for the young man. Maybe he had too much time, Larry, and
That's
it was
it.
right there.
Too much time to think.
Ooh.
He catches that ball.
He may not have a first down, but he was pretty close too on a first down there.
Oh, yeah. With his speed.
Yeah. All right. Come on. He's got to come back.
Third down, 14 yards to go. The ball is on the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
Comes
There you go.
Carthage. That was a good call, and it was set up beautifully by Westwood.
All right. They'll pick him up. I'm sure they'll pick him up. Let's go. Make another play now. Kind of a hurry up. A little hurry up.
Carthage now rolls,
Roll.
has trouble, going to run out of room. Now he's going to come back the other way.
Oh. He likes doing this too.
What a block on the outside
Robbie,
there.
he's got
Carthage
somebody
throws
deep.
downfield.
Oh, you're going to jump ball it.
And
wow! Joey
it's caught.
Klein with
Klein
the big
touch.
catch.
How do you
he
like
just went
that?
over the other guy's back and made the catch. But I think we got a penalty back here, Larry, at the 45. Oh, they're going to call like a crackback block.
No, they're calling offsides on Westwood.
No, I think it's crackback block.
I
When Robbie was
I saw that.
scrambling,
I
one
saw-
of his players came back and blocked the player.
saw the play,
Yeah.
but the referee gave a
No,
different signal.
I'm pretty sure it's called crackback.
Yeah, it
I
could
don't
be.
think it was offsides. Yeah. We're not used to that signal too much.
Yeah.
What he
No,
does.
let's see what he
Watch,
says
he did
now.
a little thing on his hips, and
Yeah, it could be. Could
pretty
be.
sure they call it crackback.
Personal foul. We saw the block where Carthage started coming around.
Personal foul.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, crackback. Crackback block.
So Westwood's not going to have to punt. Nice throw, nice run by Carthage. Great catch by Bucinich. All for nothing.
He had a lot of pressure on him, though. Robbie Carson had a lot of pressure by the defense. They were forcing him to run around, and that's a tough situation there. Sometimes the kid, sometimes I guess what you do is you just stand there and let the other player run into you and not actually go into him.
Yeah, just
and then they don't call it. Just stand still.
Just stand in his way.
Yeah.
All right, so the touchdown comes off the board. Penalty is, and Bobby Guy, the coach for Westwood, didn't do much of a complaint. Kick is up,
kick.
going back. They're going to let the ball bounce. It bounces, and it's down by Westwood.
That was
Sean
Sean Morrison with the
on the 12-yard line.
short field, though. Keep them in deep. They're down deep, and they're at the 13-yard line. So
Eugenio Caparelli Stadium.
I mean, this is a good game here. 7-0 here. We're in the
7-0.
only 3 minutes left in the 3 minutes and 16 seconds in
Outstanding
the second
game.
quarter. Great game. Probably one of the best games so far this year that I've seen. Most games, we've seen a lot of blowouts. Last week was a lot of blowouts going on around town. And this is what you like.
This is
Good,
a
close games.
When we do television, Brian, what we want is a close game going into the fourth quarter. We don't we don't care who wins. Just keep it close for us and our fans. And I believe that's Duffy.
No, it was Joseph DeMarco on the run there. Nice run.
Yeah, he came off the
He
flat.
gained about 4 yards, 5 yards on that play. Nice run.
So you need 4 or 5 yards.
That's what they need to do. They need to hold the ball now. I'm sure Coach doesn't want to give the ball back to Westwood.
No.
He'll be happy that maybe he could score, but he doesn't want Westwood scoring at this point.
No.
Going to halftime either down 7 or something 7-7 or
And
7-3.
Mahwah takes the time. We'll step out with 2:46 to go. Westwood leads Mahwah 7-0. This is 2:46 in the half. Second down. Ooh, that nice tackle missed.
That was DeMarco again on the
DeMarco with a
run.
run.
Tough tackle for our Joseph DeMarco there. They got a first down. First down. They needed that first down, Larry, because now they not that they're going to run out the clock, but they can run more time off the clock here with that first down.
Well, they're going to try to have to put the ball in the air. 1st and 10.
It's a big crowd here. Look at that crowd, Larry.
Yeah,
This is the Mahwah crowd here. Where are your grandkids there? I don't see them.
They're around somewhere.
Maybe they're heading up here.
All right. Cobell calling signals. Empty backfield. Cobell wants to run, and he stopped.
Wow.
Nice play by the
Luka
end out there.
Busanic right there on the end.
Kid-
He made the tackle to the
We'll
quarterback.
We'll see who when he gets up.
That was the quarterback. That was Luke Busanic.
What he did was he set what they call he set the edge.
Right. He did his job, right? Contain him,
job.
keep him inside.
He did
Don't
his
let him
job.
get around you.
You always hear announcers and coaches say he set the edge. That means he was out there. They didn't get around him on the outside. He pushed everything back in, and he made the play.
Yeah.
So now it's a 2nd down and 8 to go for Mahwah. Get to the 2-minute mark. Cobell calling signals. Looks, has some time. Throws downfield. Intercepted.
Wow.
What a catch. That's
Wow.
Canizara. And he's still going. He's on his feet. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. And he is
Touchdown,
in.
Larry.
What
Touchdown.
a catch.
Wow.
Wow, we got to get that replay. He
That's
made
like-
a one-hand catch.
And we saw it.
then ran back. That kid could run.
50 yards, Larry, and he's speeding through the crowd there. They look like they were standing still. He's just running. I think his motor was going. He's a game breaker.
He got the one-hand catch, I believe, at the 50-yard line, maybe the 49, and then just ran down the far sideline, eluding tackles. It's very quick and into the end zone for a touchdown to make it 13-0, pending the PAT for Morrison.
Larry, I was just saying that, Mahwah they didn't want this kind of thing to happen.
Well, Westwood could hit you from all over.
Yeah. I mean,
And the kick is good. So Morrison bangs it through with 1 minute, 42 seconds to go. The Cardinals of Westwood take a 14-0 lead over the Thunderbirds of Mahwah. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington. Morrison, Sean. Grandma watches his every game at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday
His
on
grandma?
WCTV Channel 77. Here comes Sean. That's Mary's grandson. All the way down to inside the 10. And I think that's
Stephen Lewis, I think
with
number
that,
8.
let's
I
see,
think
that
that's
was
Stephen
6 or
Lewis.
4.
Or 8.
And it's
8.
8.
Stephen
That's good.
Lewis, yeah.
6,
8.
4, or 8. We'll finally get a
Look at
Lewis.
this guy. Those low numbers, they have a lot of low numbers. Look
Uh-huh.
at these guys. Look at those kids. I thought they were some of your grandkids, but no, there's some other kids right in front of us here
My
in the box.
grandchildren are sitting very patiently
They
all the way
gotta
down
get
the
them to
side.
say hello. We can see you. Look, say hello. They're right down below us. Ida's got it.
So 1st and 10 now. We have 1 minute, 37 seconds to go.
Good shot by Ida there.
Handoff. Missed. Up. He came across and got him.
That was
That would be
22.
Mario
22.
Dario
That's-
Matherin.
No, that's Preston Duffy.
No,
running
the
back.
tackler.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got it right. Yeah, I was like,
So
sorry
Duffy,
about that.
Duffy made the run.
There
That
we
was
go. That's Ida there.
a timeout on the field. Westwood's calling timeout. They want the ball back.
Good job, girls.
2nd and 8. They're the young
There they
ladies enjoying themselves.
Some
They just-
Mahwah fans.
They just below us.
Yeah, right here. Looks like she went on vacation to Cape May, too. She got a sweatshirt from Cape May.
It's not bad. I've been down there a couple
Nice
times.
place. Last exit going south on the Parkway.
Yeah.
Right down there near the Delaware River where it meets the Atlantic Ocean.
We had a
Little geography here, Larry.
Oh, you're doing very well. We had a bed and breakfast down here.
Did you? You did?
Oh, it was nice, yeah.
It's a nice place to go. A friend of mine goes down there every year. I always see her. She's down there. I like going down there, too. It's a nice place
Very
to visit.
nice. Very nice. Nice,
Right.
relaxing place. You can't park a car in the street. You got to go find a place to park.
So there's 125 left, Larry. 14-0 Westwood.
All right, we're ready. Here we go. Second down and 8 yards to go. Cobell, and now they're going to run the ball. I don't see Mahwah passing, but I'm a great coach. Since I'm always wrong. There's a handoff. And fighting for a first down is
Rinaldi down there.
Preston.
Rinaldi is in on the tackle.
Yeah, Michael Rinaldi.
Steve Klein, and Michael Rinaldi on the play there.
We got third down and 1.
Preston Duffy on the run.
We're
Good
at the
run.
1 minute mark, and we have a timeout. Nope.
Clock's running. Less than a minute left.
Yeah, they're running the ball. They're going to try to get out of here. Westwood's going to try to stuff this. Cogabell calling signals. Westwood's coming up and trying to stop him.
Nope.
Can't.
Oh,
Whoa. I thought he had the first down, and no, he doesn't. Now, if Westwood can call they do call a timeout, it's going to be 4th and they lost a half a yard.
That was Elijah Dixonson on the run. They're short, and Westwood looks like they call timeout here.
Westwood called out timeout.
37 seconds left in the quarter.
And they're going to get the ball. I think they're going to kick. Ooh,
Probably.
What would you do here? Would you kick?
Kicking, and we got to worry about them returning.
Well, Westwood's getting the ball back at the beginning of the second half, so they're going to have another possession.
Yeah.
So let's see what Coach Adam Schutz does here. If he's going to kick it or he's going to go for it. And it looks to me he's kicking because he's bringing out Benjamin Kirshner, who can really get it up in the air. Like about a 3-4 second hang time, which is 5 second hang time, which is remarkable.
His last one, it was a long, very high punt and no return. And the first one he kicked over Joey Klein's head.
That's some scores that we're going to give at the end of the beginning of the third quarter. Brian will give them to you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talk about that. Bergen Catholic is up 21-0.
You know, he could have run for it.
Fair
Klein.
catch.
You know what? If he wanted to run, he might have been able to pick up a first down. Would have been a gutsy move on that kid.
But
on Kirsten. We have 31.1 seconds to go. Westwood has the ball. And let me tell you something. The way they have their wide receivers and the speed,
made it go for it.
they can go. They can hit. So now Westwood will take over on the 37-yard line. They bring Joe Klein out to the right. Busanich goes out to the left. Canizara is going to be in a slot left. Dugan is going to be to the right of Carsage.
Throw up a pass here.
Carsage looks, has room, looks,
Throw it, Joe.
throws downfield.
Joe Klein. Oh,
and
nice
he makes
catch.
the catch. He caught the ball.
Wow, yeah.
Joe Klein, what a catch. I told you, Westwood can hit. Now Klein caught that ball. Now they'll start the clock as soon as they spot it. Westwood is ready.
Joey Klein.
Let's see
nice
if he
catch.
spikes it with 21 seconds. He's going to spike it. And he does spike it.
Nice throw and catch. Robbie Carsage to Joey Klein on that play, Larry. Really nice throw.
And the clock keeps running. They're going to have to set that clock about 20 seconds. Everybody knows it.
I think he burned off about 6 seconds without.
Yeah. Really. I don't think the ref saw the ball being
I think
spiked.
he's going to move to 22 seconds.
Yeah, around there. Let's see. The ball, they have it at 16-2.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Yeah. All right, so Westwood
Maybe
now.
2-3 plays possibly here. Robbie's got a play here. I'm sure they're going to look for the end zone again, Larry, here with 20 seconds.
I don't know why they didn't stop the clock. Oh, I'm sorry.
Spiked
He spiked it. Okay.
So you stop it.
All right, so Carsage calling signals. Trips to the left. Look, a throw into the end zone. That's coming. Carsage looks.
He's looking. Aiden.
Looks.
Aiden. No,
Looks,
he didn't
looks,
see him early.
looks,
Aiden, he had early.
fires
Now he's got him.
downfield.
He's got him. He didn't catch
And
it.
no good. Incomplete.
Oh, got a flag.
There was interference down there. He
Flag.
banged him.
Oof. Yeah. I think Aiden was open a little bit earlier, but he wasn't quite as open late, and then got interference.
When the ball was in the air, there was collision down there.
12 seconds left, Larry.
Yeah,
Only 12.
Another 15 yards
Two
closer.
plays.
At least 2 plays. Here's our referee. We're going to get his name from the official
some
score
names.
over there at halftime. Stay tuned for the halftime show here at WCTV. We're going to have the cheerleaders and the band, and our own Paul Packy is going to preview an interview he did with Joe Klein. You're going to see that at halftime.
Good job. That's a really good job to get that young man, Robbie, 4-year starter quarterback.
And Paul's going to explain what happened, give you a quick update, and we're going to try to do this on a continuing basis where Paul will go and interview different athletes and students also, not only athletes, at the Westwood High School.
I'm not sure if their timeouts are correct. Shows 2 on the scoreboard.
Nah.
Maybe 1.
Neither team has a timeout, I think. So it's 1st and 10. You're going to see a throw into the end zone. Cartridge calling signal. Cartridge
Looking right.
looks. Cartridge throws.
Out.
An out pattern. Good.
Nice
And
play.
that's
Thomas
2.
Bucinich. And that was a
Bucinich.
tackle. Yeah.
That's Tom Bucinich.
Tom. Attacked by Joseph DeMarco in the tackle.
We got 7.4 seconds.
7 seconds.
You know, you can bring in
moly.
Morrison for a field goal. He's got a good leg, Sean.
It's crazy, Larry. Just a few minutes ago, the score was 7-0, and we're figuring we'll go to halftime. And look at this. They've scored 10 points in addition to what they had already.
Yep. So this has to be quick.
Yeah.
You can't be running around because the time will run out. You got to deliver the ball.
Yeah. They like this
Look
stuff.
for we got a flag.
What do they call it?
Ooh. Was that a flag?
Game? Called delay a game.
Too many illegal substitutions. That's all it could be.
Was it legal? No. Delay a game.
Delay a game?
Yeah, but
Wow.
that one official in the back behind the defense. He's
So-
thrown a couple today. It's about 2 or 3 that we've had.
So the ball's on Mahwah 16-yard line. We might see Sean Morrison try,
Field goal.
for high school, a long one.
Right here, if they were to kick it from here, about
33
32
yards. Yeah.
33 yards.
33 yards. And you
Make
can't
a
get
book.
closer because the clock will run out. So it's an end zone throw or the clock runs out.
Rob.
Cartridge looks,
Oh, he
fires,
just chucked it over there.
and
Oh, wow, he caught it.
somehow he caught it.
Joey Klein there.
Klein caught it.
Wow, he just leaped over. No time left on the clock. Just leaped over the
Lucky he
defender.
caught it because the clock would have run out.
Moly.
And that's another touchdown for Westwood. The athleticism of Westwood is showing itself here tonight at Mahwah as Westwood strikes quickly for 2 quick touchdowns and go up 21-0.
Wow, that's the second touchdown for Robbie Carson there. This time now to Joey Klein. Earlier, Luka Bucinich. So Dumont here, or not Dumont, right? Westwood, 14 points in the last 3 minutes.
Brian got the big. Brian from Dumont got the big.
Dumont was 2 weeks ago.
And the kick is good.
It's good.
So we played a half as Westwood scores with no time left to make the score 21-0 over Mahwah. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington, Bergen County, New Jersey. We're here with Paul Packy from WCTV. Paul did a wonderful interview you're going to see in a little while with Steve Klein. He's going to explain basically how he set the whole interview up. Paul, how did you set that up?
Well, I set up last Sunday. I went out to Westwood High School and did the interview on the at the end zone of Westwood, and I really talked about some good things in the interview. I talked about last week's game, and his impact: 2 touchdowns, a sack on defense, and I talked a little bit about this week's game here, and some other things just about like him playing with his brother Joe Klein. If he wants to play college and football in college, and other things like that.
So how did you do? Did you go up to him and ask him, would you like to be on this, do an interview?
Something like that, Larry.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now moving forward, we're going to see the interview in a little bit. Moving forward, what would you like to do now after you did this wonderful interview?
Well, I mean, I'd like to make this into a kind of a weekly thing. Go out and interview someone from Westwood week to week. Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be sports related. It could be anything
Right.
outside. It could be someone who did something very nice in the academic field. Correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So the interview is about 11 minutes. And do you think you're going to have something this week for us coming up? You have anybody planned for next week's interview?
Well, fingers crossed. I think I've lined up the quarterback Robbie Karsich for this week, so that's going to be a good one, especially with how this game goes.
So we look forward to you doing these shows, and we'll try to find a spot for you and have a little spot where you could have a show where you interview some people from Westwood, whether they athletes or student scholars, and I think it's going to work very well for WCTV.
Right.
It's going to work well for you, and it's going to work very well for the high school. So thank you very much, Paul. We look forward to it, and thanks for all the work you've done. We appreciate the work you're doing on the camera.
With running back Steve Klein of the Westwood Cardinals team on the Cardinals end zone. Steve, can you tell us about your experience playing running back on offense and as a safety on defense? What would you say is your better position?
So I would say my better position is probably safety. I played it last year, my freshman year, and it was a really fun playing it. But this year I've been a little more involved in the offense, and running the ball. It's been every time I get it, I'm always looking to make a big play and just try to find a hole and do my job. And at safety, I love coming down and hitting and playing coverage and making interceptions. So I would definitely say my stronger position is safety. And I just love playing defense too, and I love playing offense, but yeah.
That's good to hear. Being out there all 60 minutes on offense and defense sounds pretty tiring. Are you shifted out for some plays and schemes for rest?
Yeah, so on defense, I'm always out there, and on offense, I'm in a few of the schemes. We have a lot of personnels, and there's some personnels where I'm in and I'm out, so I'm able to catch my breath and get hydrated and get back out there ready to go. So.
Scoring 2 40-yard rushing touchdowns in a single game is very impressive. Can you walk us through your thoughts during the second touchdown and what went right on the play?
Yeah, so here we go, pre-snap in the backfield. And our quarterback, Robbie Karsh, is getting the call. And I find a gap right away, I hit it, and I'm one-on-one with the safety, and I make a nice jump cut, and I knew I was gone into the end zone, and it was a good icing on the cake against Riverdale, sorry. Yeah.
With two touchdowns on offense, do you see the game as one of your best so far at the high school level?
Yeah, I would say so. Definitely on the offensive side on the ball. On the, it just felt so good to be out there and to just be playing with my guys and to just have a great game like that. It means a lot. And, I had a great game on the defensive side of the ball too. And, it was definitely one of my top high school games so far in my career. So.
Do you see yourself as an impact player?
How I look at that question is, every guy on this team is given an assignment and is given a job, and, everyone will focus on that assignment and job. And, if they're able to do that, we're going to win games, and everyone's impactful in their own way. So, yeah.
Westwood's defense has been very strong this season with multiple shutouts and low-scoring games. What do you think's been the key to the success this year?
We have a lot of guys back from last year, so we're all excited for that. And our chemistry on the defensive side of the ball is phenomenal. And our defensive coordinator, Coach Sada, he does a great job of game plan and getting us ready. And as players, we love playing for him, and he does a great job. And he's one of the big reasons about this defense. And we all love playing together on the defensive side of the ball. We all run to the ball. That's one of our biggest philosophies on defense: just run to the ball. It gets the job done. And we're excited to see where this defense takes us in the future. So.
You also recorded a sack last game. How did that sack develop, and how did it impact the game?
Yeah, so right there, I'm blitzing through the A-back, and I knew I had him right away. Riverdale, he was a shifty quarterback, and I was just able to, I got lengthy arms, so I was just able to, reach full extension, grab him, take him to the ground. And I believe that play was in the first quarter, and it was just after we scored. And, it was definitely a momentum shifter. It was third down, then fourth down, they punted, we got the ball back. So I feel like that sack definitely had a big part in the game, so yeah.
Last year, your team won the championship in Coach Dennis Hard's last season. What has the transition been like to have Bobby Guy as the new head coach?
Yeah, so Coach Hard, he's a great coach, one of the best coaches I've ever played for. And, only 1 year being here at high school. He just brought a lot of energy, and everyone enjoyed playing for him. And Coach Guy, I have the next 3 years with him, and he has been, one of the best coaches I've ever had as well. He brings a lot of energy to this team, and he says it before every game and during practice sometimes, is 1-0 every week. Last week we won, okay, that's not going to win us this week's game. It's 1-0 every week, and he's always reminding us of that. And, as players, we love playing for him, and we love playing for Coach Hard, and, yeah, we're excited.
Would you say there's been a major difference in coaching style?
There's some things Coach Guy does in his own way, and there's some things Coach Hard did in his own ways, but, they're both phenomenal coaches here at Westwood, and, yeah, some they say some things differently, like Coach Guy 1-0 every week, that's what we say. Coach Hard, he just brought a lot of energy to the team, and so does Coach Guy, and yeah.
Starting the season 4-0 is a strong start. Is the team on a hot streak, or just Westwood is that dominant?
Like I said, we're 1-0 every week. I would say we're just playing dominant right now. We the hot streak, that really doesn't matter to us, honestly, because we're 1-0 every week. Yeah, sure, we're on a 4-game winning streak, but that 4-game winning streak, that's not going to win us our next game. It's just prepping, getting ready, and we're just going to play dominant, play full speed, and just play how Westwood football plays.
Could the Cardinals be in the championship conversation again this year?
Yeah, I definitely think so. We're just going to keep working hard, keep practicing, give it 110% each game. And, we're going to see where that takes us. And that took us very far last year. But, this year, last year's loss, we still think about it. We have that taste in our mouth. And, it's, personal to us. We're going to go back there. We're going to get to that state championship. And we're going to win. And, yeah.
Who do you think has been the team's MVP so far with so many explosive plays and players?
Team MVP, I'd probably give it to our quarterback, Robbie Karsich. He's a great leader. He's a great quarterback. He can run, he can pass. He's just a shifty guy. Yeah, he's great on the field, but off the field, he's a great leader too. As a quarterback, you want great leaders, and Westwood football is just great it's great to have him, and our offensive line too. Stepping up and just blocking it. It all starts with them. So yeah.
I'm going to shift gears a little bit now to this week's game. Last year, Westwood faced Mahwah and put up a 48-point shutout. Do you think that could happen again with how Westwood's playing?
Like I said, we're playing at a great level right now. Mahwah's 3-0, and we're taking them very seriously. We're just going to practice and get ready for them, and it's going to be a great game, and, we're going to see where our game takes us, and we're all excited for it.
Playing alongside your brother, Joe Klein, must be a unique experience. Can you give some insight on what it's been like to be on the same team as a family member?
A lot of people don't get to experience that, playing alongside your brother. There's plays where I'm at safety and he's at corner, and we're on the same side, and we're both making tackles. That's going to stick with me forever, and I'm just very grateful for it. I hope he feels the same way. But, playing alongside him, it builds a type of relationship that, not many people get to experience, and I can't really name the feeling of it. That's how I feel about it, and I love going to war with him every day, every Friday.
Yeah. Do you and your older brother ever discuss the games to improve each other's play?
Yeah, for sure. If we see something and it's we can improve it on, we'll tell each other that. And, it's good to have that. He's my brother. I can tell him anything. So if there's something on the field that I can see, I could just tell him, and I could tell him easily.
So I'm going to ask, why have you chosen number 3 as your number? Any specific reason?
Last year, Coach Hard, he showed me the number sheet, and 3 kind of just stood out to me. And it was just I'm going to wear this number for the next 4 years, and, I'm going to represent the number well, and, yeah.
Do you think you'll try to play football in college? And if so, where would your top college be?
I definitely want to play football in college. I don't see myself doing anything else. Colleges, I'm not really sure yet, Got to see where that takes me. see how I play these next couple of years. And if I got options, definitely take them. But definitely want to play college ball, whether it's at whatever level it's at. So.
This is Westwood's last year with several major pieces of the team. How does that affect the team's current dynamic this season?
Well, on defense side of the ball, I'll be a little biased because, I'm a safety and I want to talk about our secondary. And Joe Klein, Aiden Kirsten, who are seniors, best cornerback duo in Westwood history. I'll live by that. I really think that's a true statement. And that safety, we have Sean Morrison and Mike Rinaldi. And there's a lot of guys. There's guys graduating, but there's guys ready to step up for next year. We're not worrying about next year, obviously, because we're staying here. We're gonna take it one game at a time, but that's something we'll focus on in the future. But for now, we're just we're ready to go.
Next year, with a lot of these core senior players gone, there's going to be a lot more varsity call-ups. As someone who's called up as a freshman, do you think your experience will make you into a role model in the locker room?
Yeah, I definitely hope so. My freshman year, I was a little nervous. I feel like anyone would be a little nervous, getting called up to varsity as a freshman. But there was a lot of seniors that, that taught me leadership. Something that, playing football when I was younger, I didn't really think of leadership as much and, how it could really affect the game. This year, our leadership, it's the best I've ever seen. These seniors are just doing such a great job, and, I really just strive to be like that. Next year, we're gonna need these guys stepping up on the field, but also off the field. We're gonna need a lot. We're gonna need a lot of leaders next year, and that's definitely gonna win us games. We got the skill guys, we got the line, and leadership. That's gonna win games for a great team down the road.
All right, I want to thank you for coming out. This is number 3, Steve Klein. Next Westwood game is at Mahwah Friday. I'm Paul Hackey. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington.
All right, now I'm here with my grandchildren. Now one of the reasons why we're here, Isabella, Lexi, Livy, Adriana, and down here is, what's your name? Langelina. I've got all go to Mahwah High School, and Adriana and Isabella, and your name is Lena. They're here at the high school. And this is the youngest one, Madeline. You want to say hello, Madeline? Say hello.
Say hi.
She said hi. All right, so you play what at high school now?
Soccer.
You got to talk a little louder because, they're nice and loud, like when you're at my house, loud.
Soccer.
That's really loud. What do you play at the middle school? What school you go to?
Ramapo Ridge.
See how she talks? And what position do you play in soccer?
Center defense.
Defense? Yeah. All right, you down there sleeping. You are. Lena's the one that helps me do all the cooking in the house. What do you do for Mahwah?
I do cheerleading.
Yeah, what, JV?
Yeah.
Okay. And you are Lexi, Alexandra.
Yeah.
And you are a
Middle schooler?
soccer player?
Oh, yeah, soccer player.
Soccer player, very good. And you are Isabella, and what do you do?
I do cheerleading.
Okay, now are you enjoying the game?
Yeah.
Mahwah's losing. Are you upset?
No.
No. You gotta be kidding me. You're not upset they're losing?
I'm very upset.
I gotta say I'm upset. Madeline, do you want to get M&Ms for Grandpa?
M&M's? You want M&M's?
Yeah. And how many M&Ms for Grandpa?
One.
Put your finger up high. Two. Very good. You want to hold the microphone and talk? You want to talk to Isabella? How old are you? 3. She's very good. So how's school going? You guys have a nice time in school? No. You enjoy being here on TV? Now remember this. How old? Just wait and know when you see this years from now. Madeline is 3. She's going to be 4 in about a month. How old are you? So all your boyfriends know. Yeah. How old are you?
15.
15.
Livy, you got a couple of boyfriends hidden somewhere. Yes, you do. I know, yeah. How old are you? You forgot?
12.
Well, Lena?
14.
Lex?
12. 15.
Who? Does she have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's the boyfriend's name? You want to mention? No. What?
Will.
Will. Oh, on television it comes out. Does she have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
What's it? What was that? What's this all come on?
Marco.
Oh, yeah.
Marco's dating Emily. Okay.
All right, we got to go back to the game, all right? Did you enjoy being up here?
Yeah.
No, okay. Say goodbye. Say bye. Grandpa kiss here. Oh, say you're a good girl. You take care. I'll see you after the game. Wave to everybody. These are the LaFury girls. This is the baby. This is Lena. The other two are away. One's in. This is Maddie. I forget who you are. Lena, Adriana, Livy, Lena, Lexi, and Isabella. Thank you. Say good night.
Good night. Good night. Sleep time.
Well, we're back at halftime. What a halftime.
Wow, what a show, Larry. What a show
What
with
a
the
show.
kids.
Kick outside. And there's some moving out there. That's Tavares, I believe.
Tavares, yeah. Eli Tavares there.
He
He's
gets it
stepping
close
up
to
tonight.
35-yard line.
Yeah, he's been running well. That's a good kick return. They're out to the 37-yard line.
So that was a halftime show. We had the bands play beautifully. The Mahwah band. They got a standing ovation as they left. We had the cheerleaders, Westwood, and of course we had my grandchildren who had to have up here because they go to Mahwah. They're in Mahwah High School. In 2 years, 5 of them will be at the high school here in Mahwah. And so I said, okay, we'll come up and we get a chance to see them. And they'll be able to see Grandpa years from now, teasing them.
They were good kids, really good kids. Not like their grandpa.
Nah, they're
They're
great
really
kids.
great, those kids, you know.
Carthage
Next-
falls to the 40-yard line. It's 21-0 to start of the third quarter. Westwood leads. They've done it on two miraculous, great athletic catches. I want to say miraculous. Two great athletic catches by Westwood, by Klein and Bucinich. Made it 21-0.
And then the Aiden Carazano interception, pick
And-
six.
and
Whoa,
the-
big catch, one-handed. We need to see a highlight of that one.
Oh, yeah.
Look at a one-hander.
Ricky will make sure we see that. We'll
Yeah.
put the pressure on Ricky for that one.
One-hander, and then he raced down the end zone for the score, and that was a big play in the game. That broke it open to 14-0.
So second down now, 8 yards to go. Carthage calling up.
Oh.
Snap almost went by him,
All right.
and he was able to make something out of nothing.
Nice tackle, and my favorite guy there, Mr. Brendan Madish. He's been in a number of tackle, number 77.
So no gain. Third down, and 7 yards to go for Westwood. You know, Brian, I'm watching a lot of these teams starting in West Essex. They're taking the deep pass away from Westwood by playing a double zone.
Trying to control
Play
the
deep.
over the top. They don't want to
Yeah.
get beat.
They don't want to get beat on a 70-yard pass. Keep everything in front of you. Carthage is back. He has time.
Looking deep over
Throws
there.
downfield. Has a man. One man misses. Down. He's in the side. He's down to the 40-yard line. Joe Klein.
Joe Klein on the catch. Nice catch and run for Joey Klein. And
Yeah.
one thing I have to say about the opening, when we did the opening, I made a mistake and I said that Westwood played Cedar Grove. They actually played South Plainfield. So
South Plainfield,
I'll
yeah.
correct myself here now, so in case somebody hears that.
Yeah, they'll come in. They'll be knocking at the door saying you made a mistake.
Yeah, somebody gonna. You know, that was they played Ramsey down at the Jim Grasso kickoff classic.
That was nice to go and watch. They weren't very great, exciting last-second games, but it was nice to see some football.
It was good to see a lot of football in one place.
Tavares stops and is dropped.
Nice
That
tackle.
was a nice tackle, but
Daniel McClanahan, we've mentioned his name a lot today. He's probably got close to 10 tackles already. That was a nice clean tackle for no gain.
he was injured in the first.
Maybe he came off with the helmet, and I think he had a little blood on his nose there. They clean him up. He's back in there. They need him.
No gain.
No.
Ricky Wojcicki, no pain, no gain.
Ricky.
He was dropped.
Westwood, got the second half kickoff here and driving with the ball and moving it well. And
So we
flipping
got
the field.
splits to the left. Carthage hands off to Dugan. Dugan off the right side, gets across the 40 down to the 37, going to bring up a third down.
Couldn't tell who made the tackle on that. There was a number of players in there. But our favorite guy, Daniel, right in the middle of the action, Daniel McClanahan.
You're right about him making 10 tackles.
He's all over the place.
Wow.
Then his line guys, a couple line guys in there. I'm not sure who else was in it with him, but a few line guys were right there. It was kind of a big crowd together.
See what Westwood's doing now? And they did a
Right.
little bit more in the first half. They run the first 2 plays and throw on third. They don't throw on first.
Right.
One time they threw a deep pass to Bucinich incomplete.
That one
on
they had the
first
short
down.
field. Remember, they got the short field,
Yeah.
try to get a,
First,
quick.
yeah.
quick
Got
strike.
the ball back quickly. So splits to the left as usual. Motion by Klein.
Nice pass.
Nice throw downfield. He has his
Wow.
man inside the 5-yard line, and that's Bucinich.
Bucinich.
Thomas Bucinich.
Thomas Bucinich, nice catch. The boys have been making good catches, both guys here. Joe Klein earlier, touchdown catches. The guys are making Robbie look good. You know what I mean? They catch the ball for him. That's key. Wait a minute. Remember, we'll talk about a miscatch too, when the player was open. But a lot of the guys are making good catches when they're open, and move them down the field.
So
Now they're down
Westwood's
to
huddling
6.
up. The ball is at the 6-yard line, first and goal. We're just beginning the third quarter. Westwood leads 21-0 over Mahwah. We're at the Mahwah complex in Mahwah, New Jersey. Beautiful school, beautiful complex. Great new press box.
Press box.
Carthage weaving and sliding and
he's
slipping and
still
falling
going.
and
Robbie
falls in for a
Carthage.
touchdown. Oh, Robbie Carthage as he slipped and slid his way into a touchdown.
Robbie Carthage is bullying his way through there. He doesn't usually try to fight it in there. He tries to be more skilled running around people, but that time he tried to take on the players and fought his way in there. Here, 27-0 now here. Westwood all of a sudden, late in the second quarter was only 7-0. Here we are. They're going to go up by 3 scores within about 7-8
Carthage
minutes
came
of
into
game
this
time.
game with 305 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's I think the leading rusher for the team, Robbie Carthage.
Yes. So Morrison bangs it through, and Westwood takes a 28-0 lead over Mahwah. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington, Bergen County, New Jersey, and for John Francola, who's on special assignment, all his relatives, which are about 3, in Italy.
Italy.
He keeps telling us we got relatives in Italy. I don't know. Anything is possible with
But he was
Francola.
born there, right? He was born.
Well,
in
he was born in
northern-
northeast part of Italy, Yugoslavia. I mean, it was fought back and forth. He calls himself Italian.
Italian. I think was it Croatia. I think.
Yeah, it's. There's our scoreboard there. So he was born in northeast part of Italy.
Right. And he's back overseeing some of his family over there in Italy. I know he likes going there.
I never heard him go. No, he doesn't. He hasn't anybody
family?
over there.
No.
He's gone to Italy to visit, but
There's nobody there.
nobody wants him.
Nobody. No, don't say that. John likes to travel though, Larry. He
Oh,
travels
he's
all the
floating
time.
around. Carthage bangs it down. That ball's a live ball. Picked up. And I believe it was
Stephen. That was Stephen
He
Lewis
does?
and tackled.
made a nice
Tackled by
deal.
Stephen
That
Klein.
ball, that could have been a disaster down here again.
You like the kickoff in the beginning of the game.
Well, the beginning of the game, folks, if you missed it, Morrison kicked the ball down the middle. The both would-be receivers went opposite. They thought the other man was going to get it, and the ball rolled to the 1-yard line where Mahwah jumped on it, and it was first and goal on the 1.
At that time,
They
it didn't
played
affect
very
them.
hard.
It didn't affect them though. They were able
No.
to flip the field around.
They moved in the first quarter. They had Westwood moving around, but Westwood just keeps the pressure on them. Handoff to DeMarco around the left side, and he falls for about 3 yards.
That was Thomas Bucinich on the tackle there, followed him, chased him down the line. Not going to let him run around.
So it's second down and 3 yards to go.
He gained about 3, so it's a 7.
7, yeah, it's second and 7. So 7 yards to go. And
Mahwah needs to kind of get back in the game here. They need to get down the other end of the field and try to score some points here.
got to get a couple of first downs.
yeah.
Try to settle this game somehow. Settle it. Don't give the ball back to Westwood.
I don't think they've crossed midfield, right, Larry? I don't think they've crossed.
Yeah, they did. They were down it. And
crossed?
off the right side,
Oh,
nothing.
I'm sorry. You're right. One time they were down, and then they stalled out.
got down to about the 25-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
That was Thomas Bucinich in there on the action on the tackle.
He's always around somewhere.
Chasing around wherever the ball is.
Trips.
I think it's a team effort. Everybody's chasing the ball around, but
Trips. Westwood's in a man on the outside. Safeties are deep. Rinaldi and Morrison. Let's see if they drop. Cobo looking, running.
No, nice.
And
Darrow.
nothing. They got him from behind.
Yeah.
And that's
Darrow threw it.
Is that
Wow.
Biello again?
Yeah, Darrow.
Biello and Matherin drop him for a loss.
Yeah. Oh.
Looks like somebody's injured down there on the 20-yard line. We'll be back. Brian and I were talking as Coble comes off. We hope he's okay. He was holding his left arm, and they're tending to him on the sideline. Westwood defense holds. Now they're looking for a short field as Joe Klein. What's been very good for Mahwah, their punter, Kirshner, has been kicking it very high, and Klein can't get any returns.
Right.
There's the kick, another high one. Klein calls for a fair catch. He has it right on the 45-yard line. Is a short field. Westwood will take over. 1st and 10 on their 45. They lead 28-0 with 5 minutes, 57 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And we didn't get any scores from other schools, but I'm going to put Brian to work right away. One of the scores I was interested in is Butler leading Park Ridge 3-0, but that was really early.
Let me see if we get some current updates from the out-of-town scoreboard we have here.
Yeah, WCTV scoreboard. We have a WCTV weather report coming in from our meteorologist, Ricky Wojcicki, who studies meteorological weather maps day and night when bad weather's coming, and we expect some bad weather.
Some quick updates here from finals. Pompton Lakes, NJIC. Pompton Lakes up 45-20 over Saddlebrook final.
Cartridge looks
looking deep.
Throws downfield. Bucinich ran an in, and Cartridge threw and out.
A couple other finals. Paramus over Dumont 28-0. Northern Highlands back up. Tough game against Pascack Valley 14-7. Lakeland is up late, 28-7. Westwood, I think, plays Lakeland coming up.
Westwood will play Lakeland in about 2 weeks after their bye. Next week, we'll be at Ramsey, as Brian gives me a chance to say. WCTV will be at Ramsey. I will be at Westwood as the Ramsey Rams visit the Westwood Cardinals, 7 p.m. at Westwood.
Got a Ramsey score in a minute, too, Larry.
Yeah, we get some more scores as Cartridge hands off to Canizara. He goes around the right side, skips and slips, still on his feet, still going. Gets across the 45-yard line, just enough for a 1st down. Brian, continue.
We've got PCT, a really good Group 5 team, is up over Ridgewood 9-3, close. They play very tough. The Battle of Wayne Valley up 14-6.
Hey, there's Ida.
Hey,
right.
Ida and Casey. Hey, Ida and Casey.
Who's this now? Oh, she's a volunteer at the Horse Restaurant, which is on 202. The rescue. What did I say? Restaurant? Sorry. Yeah.
Horse Rescue.
The Horse Rescue on 202. What's the name? What's her name?
Casey.
Casey? Okay.
Good job, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
And Ida.
Enjoy all the work you do.
Go T-Birds. Go T-Birds.
Go T-Birds.
Uh-oh, we're missing the
and
action.
We missed a touchdown.
And we back on the field, we have Stephen Karsich with the touchdown.
No, that's Stevie Long. That's Stevie.
Oh, 7.
That's Steve
Klein. I'm sorry.
We're talking to Ida at
We're talking all that kinds of
the
things.
horse
Stevie
farm.
Klein.
And Klein scored a touchdown.
Yeah. We're a lot of things going on around here now. Almost running clock here now. It'll be 35. We missed that there. I'm sorry about that. Stephen Klein.
Yeah,
Good job.
Sorry.
Super sophomore, Stephen Klein.
And now it's 34. So now we're in the because 33 points. I'll explain that. We're in a mercy rule, and it is good. So it's 35-0 with 5:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. We are now in the mercy rule. The mercy rule is that if a team is trailing by 33 points this year or more in the 2nd half, we will have a running clock. To go back to regular time, where you don't run it constantly,
The team that's losing has to get it below 25 points. So if Mahwah wants to get this back to a regular time where the clock stops at out of bounds or incomplete, they got to get it down to a 25 point differential.
Hey, Larry, back to where we were. You're going to be with Ramsey. Westwood plays Ramsey coming up. Ramsey's up over Ridgefield Park, 20-6. So Ramsey looking for the second win of the season this year. They just won their first one last week against Bergenfield.
Yeah, maybe they're turning it around. That's some tough losses. Yeah. Maybe they're beginning to turn their year around. Just the time to start turning your year around. Right about now.
Coach Bear has been working in a lot of younger kids. He used to have a senior every year starting, and so the senior was out early, and he came back and he played a good game last week.
So Morrison bangs it, taken down there by.
That was Stephen Lewis on the return.
Yeah, Lewis. Now the clock will continue to run. It doesn't stop.
That was tackle. Connor Stewart on the tackle, as well as Joe Klein. Michael Carsis as well in on the assist with that. A lot of starters on the kick team. Make sure they don't make any mistakes. A shout out to the Rutherford Bulldogs, up 36-0 over Beckton. Both teams were undefeated going into that game. That's going for the NJIC playoffs. Rutherford looking to get an entry into the NJIC. That's a pretty exciting. If you don't know about NJIC, you want to check out NJIC playoff football.
1st and 10 now. We got to check out who the quarterback is. Get a close-up of the quarterback, get his number, and see who he is.
Looks like Wildcat.
It looks like it's going to be McClanahan, number 1.
No, for DeMarco.
Is it
DeMarco? Joseph DeMarco. Yeah, he's been a running back today.
Okay, DeMarco.
So
he does play wide receiver,
running back,
and
defense
a little
too.
Bit of quarterback, yeah.
Defense. The quarterback's down here getting wrapped up, so it looks like he's out for the game.
Yeah.
Starting quarterback got hit in the shoulder, and they have him on the sideline here treating him, and he's probably out for the game.
Yes.
Hey, one other thing, quick update. Park Ridge up 7-3 over Butler. A big game there as well. Both undefeated NJIC. They're looking for their league title to go to the semifinals in the NJIC
Handoff. Runs right into Bucinich. And
boy,
does he get pushed back.
Yeah, we've called his number. We've been calling his number here in the third quarter a number of times. Maybe that's 3 tackles I recall right now in the third quarter alone.
And the running was Preston Duffy.
There we go. Hey, look at that cameraman up there.
Bob Steckel. Thank you very much,
good job,
Bob. Great job.
Way to go. Hey, Bob.
Bob does a lot of work in Washington Township. Does a lot of, offers a lot of his time, and works.
What's his product called? Life?
With the Lifesaver.
Lifesavers Inc.
Yeah.
The defibrillators, right?
Yes, defibrillators.
It's a big thing.
Donated a lot of them into Washington Township and
Good
Westwood.
job, Bob.
Does a great job. Thank you very much for helping us and all the charity work and work you do in Washington Township with the scouts too. Here comes DeMarco, goes around the side, and
nice
he's going to be
Stevie Klein.
dropped. Hey, he might have got a first down. Nice run by DeMarco.
Nice play. That was Michael Rinaldi on the tackle. There's a pretty hard hit tackle. There you go.
We got Lou Serbio,
hey,
one
Lou,
of the
look
best
at Lou.
camera people in northern New Jersey, and I think he's now slopping into South Jersey, where he's the top cameraman. What can you do?
Look at that equipment he's got there too, Larry. That's pretty good stuff he's got. Look at that.
That's Lou. Lou comes all the way up from South Jersey to help us. Could you imagine that? Talk about volunteering your time.
Good job.
1st and 10 now as we get to the 2:14 mark. DeMarco calling signals. Hands off. A nice blocking
Preston
up front.
Duffy.
And Duffy
Preston
picks up
Duffy. Hard
about
run.
8 yards.
Stephen Klein on the tackle, as well as Michael Karsich.
So it's going to pick up a 2nd down and 2 yards to go.
Yeah, they're running the ball here because the quarterback's he's out, so it looks like there are a lot of running plays now.
They're doing a pretty good job of it. Now you know they're going to run it, and they're still able to do it.
Yeah.
DeMarco's going to run it himself.
We'll
have enough for a first down.
Decent little run.
And
that was Sean Morrison on the tackle, the kicker. Also playing some DB in there.
Clock continues to run since we're in that special mercy rule they call.
Here.
I wish I get a different name other than mercy rule.
What are you going to call it?
So the clock runs.
Mercy.
We're at the 119 mark.
2.
And Long count. DeMarco's going to try run again.
Nice block
Gets
on
some
the edge
blocking on
there.
the right
Good
side.
block.
Gets knocked down. Morrison is in the area. Taken down by Klein.
Stephen
and
Klein
Morrison.
there. Stephen Klein making tackles and scoring touchdowns tonight.
This is the PA announcer from Mahwah. These are the technical people here.
Here's
They
the
run
Mahwah, the Mahwah students there, the 3 students there on the Mahwah TV.
And down the end is
Good
the
job,
official.
guys.
We're on the clock.
Yeah.
We're at the 30-second mark. Clock is running.
And Paul's there.
There's Paul. How's he down here? How did he get there?
Paul did the interview before with Stevie Klein.
Paul knows everybody.
Sophomore.
DeMarco. Nice hole on the right side. Gets into the 40-yard line. Should be enough for a first down, and that should be enough for the third quarter.
Stephen Klein there. Luka Busanic as well on the tackle. Luke Busanic. 9 seconds left. That should be the end of the quarter.
That's going to be it.
We're going to go 35-0.
Westwood has put in a couple of some of their substitutes there. Noah Perez, number 76, has come in. And the third quarter's come to an end here at Mahwah, where Westwood leads 35-0 over Mahwah. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington.
Ricky!
And there's Ricky going
Ricky.
crazy. Not only does he have to do the switching, he has people climbing over him to get out that door.
Right.
And there we are.
Hey, guys.
There we go.
Hi, Ida. Where's? Oh, you want some snacks? This
get
is
the
my new
snacks out.
snack line.
There we
Ida.
go. Oh, what do we
thank
got?
you, a new snack line. This is Keep Grazing. Hey, it just went into Bottle King right over here on Route 17 in Ramsey. It's going to be in Bottle King initially, and we'll get it some more stores.
Crunchy cheese biscuits.
Gluten-free, grain-free, made with grass-fed cheese from grass, cows that eat grass. And cassava. Not that kind of grass you're thinking about. I know how you are, Larry. Larry's a bad boy. No, but thank you, guys. Thanks, Ida, for that.
I never, ever thought of it. You brought it up.
Maybe we get that in at Wegmans. Ida likes to shop at Wegmans. Maybe we get it in there.
Nice place.
Nice place to shop.
We may go there.
Or Mom's, be a little tight.
It's very nice.
Mom's likes
the only
our
question
organic.
I have on this stuff, how do you open it? Just crack it up
There's
here?
a little zip right here, Larry. It needs a little step-by-step.
Oh, there we go.
You pull open the top.
Yeah.
You want to see it here, Ida?
Let's see
put
it.
it in my hands. There you go. You want to see it? Yeah. It's crunchy.
Callahan
watch it.
looks, throws, downfield, incomplete. Let's see what we got here.
It's
look at this.
Yeah, now, this is like the meatball game or the cannolis, right?
Yeah.
The game's out of hand and you talk about food. Crunchy.
Not bad. 35-0. You got to do something.
Crunchy.
Good, huh?
Need a little water to go with it. Or wine. It goes
Good.
well with wine
Wine.
and cheese. Wine and cheese.
Hey, by the way,
Charcuterie.
can I tell you something?
board.
We got a game.
Oh, do we? Well, we got a little sidetracked here. We're having fun. You got to have fun, Larry, right? That's what it's all about. If you're not having fun, why do it?
Got to eat.
Got to eat.
Why not? No dinner tonight.
Everybody can hear us chewing on the air here. But 35-0 here.
And we got a timeout on the field.
Timeout. Mahwah, tough game here. The quarterback has gotten hurt during the game here late. So it's
But you know what? You could see. I mean, maybe I'm not seeing things right, but I think I am. You could see Mahwah has a foundation of players. They have a coach, and they have a number of players. And the freshman team's coming in, and they look like they're good. They got some sophomores that are developing. It's a slow process. It's not something you turn the key and boom, it happens. You don't want that. You can do that, but it never works. Here, it's a slow process. You bring the kids in. You get them into the program. They buy into the program. They play, become sophomore. Look at Westwood. They got these kids here in freshman year playing. And now they built themselves up. They knew that this year, after 3 years, would be the year to make a big run at a championship. They almost got it last year.
Right.
The kids develop.
Yeah, Mahwah wants to be where Westwood is. In another year or two, they could be like Westwood. They need to get, you get your seniors really shining, and you have a lot of juniors and sophomores like Westwood. So they've got a good core mix. Coach is going to have to continue to work, and they're heading in the right direction.
They are
heading in the right direction.
You have they have the coach. Yeah. They got the AD. They got a great school. They got a great support system.
Somebody told me though. Athletic director mentioned to me they'll probably win every other game this year, except maybe this game.
Right.
That's what somebody said to me. I didn't say that until now because it's a big score. They're way ahead of
Okay,
Westwood.
Brian, I really need a couple of bags of those things.
They're here, right here. You
Yeah,
got 2
okay,
cases.
yeah, well, give it to me, please.
Where do you want to do them? You want to
I
give
want
them
to
out to the crowd?
bring it to the horse restaurant that Larry was talking
Hey,
about.
if there's a horse restaurant, I'd like to go to.
The horse
The
rescue.
horse rescue. He doesn't understand.
No,
it.
wait,
The horses would probably like
Wait,
it.
the
No,
way
th-
she-
no,
the-
no. The volunteers would like it. I'm going to take 2 bags with me.
No,
Thank
you could take 4.
No,
the way,
I only
the way
want
she,
2.
The way she
please.
treats those horses, it's not a rescue. It is a restaurant. She feeds them very
I
well.
feed them. And
Sounds good.
Casey, my friend who you saw earlier, cleans the stalls.
And the ball gets thrown inside the 40-yard line.
I have some more in the car. I probably have another case or 2 in the car if anybody wants it. I have more at home, so if you want more
Take 2.
samples, this is what it's all about. Get people to try it. If they like it, they'll buy it.
very good.
They'll buy it.
Very
you
good.
know.
It is good. You're
They're
right about
crunchy.
that. A little cheese.
They're fresh. Just came in this week. So anyway, let's get back to the game here a little bit.
there is
Larry.
a game here, huh?
There is a game going on. It's a beautiful night. It's not too cold. There's a little breeze. We have the
Well-
window open here, the screen.
Wait about 6 hours.
Well, remember a couple of years ago, we were here in September, and we were upstairs before they built a new box. And it was cool, chilly.
This place is cold.
Hey, Mahwah's got
Fourth
maybe
down
they can
out
score
there,
here.
Brian. 4th down, and 8 yards to go.
Ooh, they got
and that play
nice
was broken
play.
up by
Bucinich in the
Bucinich.
backfield.
He broke it up.
Right there. Thomas was in there, and then his teammates come in and clean it up.
Now you're going to see Westwood probably go into, run.
They could
try
run out
to
the
run
clock.
the ball.
Just
the
run
clock
the
is
clock
going to be
out.
running.
Yeah,
They'll-
just run the clock out. Keep the ball. Run it.
Yeah, 35-0.
Yeah.
Made some great.
We had a good game first half. Really good game in the first half. Late first half. It was only 7-0.
7-0.
If you weren't watching earlier in the game, it was only 7-0 late. It was 3 minutes left in the second quarter, and things just went bad. They threw an interception, Mahwah, at about the 50, and Aiden Carazano brought it back for a touchdown, and then they stopped him again, get the ball again.
Yeah, the roof caved in. Great
And then scored a
athletic
touchdown.
catches. I mean, they were there. Defensive players were there. They just made plays.
The score doesn't really reflect how close the game was. It was close, and then all of a sudden, just
Some
things.
3 great catches.
Little run here.
And there's a run
Joey Klein in there.
to about the
Oh,
40-yard
no,
line.
I'm sorry. That's Steven, not Joey. Steven's in there running
So it's
back.
going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 yards to go for a first down. Westwood will take as much time as they can.
Yeah.
Even an incomplete pass, the clock will run.
It's like, for every play, you'll get a minute of clock almost because
sure.
they run the play and it's clock running.
I'll keep an eye on the clock. It's
Yeah, it's
6
gonna-
minutes and 22 seconds to go.
So nice,
Clock is
efficient,
running.
nice, efficient game here. 2 hours.
And we got Bucinich coming out to the right. Cartridge taking time.
Yeah, no rush.
No rush. Cartridge, hands up.
Oh, he went the
Keeps
wrong
it.
way.
And he will run out of bounds at the 43-yard
little,
line.
Little mix-up on the back there. He went one way, the runner went the
That
other
option
direction.
play, Cartridge has to read the linebacker. And if the linebacker comes down or the end comes down, he goes around. So he has to read the end and the linebacker. And what that linebacker does depends if he keeps the ball in the stomach or he keeps it. It's a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, he's
that
gotta
kind
make
of
the
offense.
decisions. He has to make the decisions.
7:30 to go. 3rd down, 4 yards. You might see a pass here to keep the clock going,
They can run it.
the drive
Run it.
going. Nope.
Oh,
Westwood,
wow.
nice play out there.
Nice tackle off the edge.
That was it.
Number
Dugan ran it.
5. Number
And
5.
I don't know who made that tackle. We
No,
couldn't
number
see.
5. That was Benjamin Kirshner.
Was that Kushner?
Number 5. Number 5, right here, number 5. He was the
Okay.
left end that came
Let's-
crashing down.
4th down and 5. Westwood's going to go
4th
for
down.
it.
Good thing they're lining up to punt. They need a punter
Well,
back
the punter
there.
is not out.
Yeah, he's
Here comes the punter.
Michael Rinaldi.
They're going to make Mike Rinaldi kick this time. Give him a chance to.
Clock
kick
is
the
still running.
Oh, the clock will run.
This is-
High snap. Rinaldi kicks it high in the air.
It's going to roll
Ball is
around.
coming down.
Look at it.
Takes
Oh,
a
boy.
Westwood
Look at
roll.
it.
It'll roll inside the 15
Clock
and
is-
die at the 13-yard line where Mahwah will take over. 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the game. They trail 35-0.
I got something for you, Larry. Look at this.
What do you got there?
There's a little flyer.
The
Little flyer.
88th annual Bergen County YMCA Sports Award dinner. Hey, we were at that.
Was it, Larry? You were honored. You and John were honored by the YMCA. I don't remember how many years ago it was. 3-4 years ago.
It was 2019?
2019. So this is this year. Now, one thing that's interesting on this year's award for football, Mark Batar, he's the athletic assigner, the officials.
Right.
Tony Gonzalez, Richfield Park,
Oh, God,
longtime coach and player. Coach Dan Sabella, Don Bosco, head coach, also Paramus and Paramus Catholic, and Westwood only, Dan Vivino, special achievement. All these were special achievements. So Danny Vivino, longtime AD and Westwood athletics, is being honored. So there's a lot of other people as well. Person of the year is Richfield or Rutherford athletic director David Frazier. He won a national award this year, and so the Y is also recognizing him as well. Paul Sarlo, for those who don't know Paul Sarlo from Woodridge, he's the mayor of Woodridge. He's also very involved with Woodridge sports and helped them get the rack down there. So he's being honored as the Richard Poor Service Community. Also another really good assistant coach award, Christine Mazzaro at Old Tappan. Great person, very involved in the sports at Old Tappan. So anyway, you were there. I just threw that out there. Thanks a lot. A lot of athletic directors involved with this organization. We honor people in sports in Bergen County. Coaches, players, administrators. It's a great event, great dinner. As you know, you were there. Brevin Cooney also. Brevin Cooney was a Richfield Park quarterback. All right, back to the action.
So we got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. Westwood will come away with another win. Hand off to DeMarco. He's around the far side. Breaks one tackle, going down the sideline, and it takes Klein to knock him out at the 40.
Long way down the field here, 30 yards down the field. Stephen Klein making a tackle.
But I think they're going to have
a penalty?
They're coming back.
It's a holding penalty over here about 10 yards down the field.
So that hold will push them back.
They have a few subs in here now for Westwood. You could see there's a mixture of subs coming in now. So they're not up to the, it's not the same group of guys that have started the game.
This is still some of the fans that are still here. They're expecting a lot of rain tomorrow in our area. People outside our area watching this on YouTube. Excuse me. Expecting a lot of rain in the Northeast.
Tomorrow they could watch this on a replay tomorrow.
Watch it all day tomorrow.
Yeah, all day. We're looking. Thanks for watching.
Get on YouTube.
Westwood here.
WCTV NJ and watch all you can.
Westwood looking to go 5-0 now on the season. One of the top teams in Group 2 in the North Jersey section.
Freshman Jack Walsh is in. He's right in front of us.
Right.
There's a run. And Vucinic Luke had the first stop.
Got a lot of new players out there.
Oh, yeah. Westwood has just emptied its bench. It's playing a lot of their sophomores. I see Dugan is still in there.
Andrew Miles, a junior, in there on the line. You said before, Noah Perez, sophomore, number 76 in there. So they're mixing in a few kids. 56, Travis Mack, junior. So you've got quite a few younger players. 3:20 left on the clock.
Yeah, clock is under 3 minutes and 20 seconds. It's constantly running. It's been like that with the 5:09 mark. Run around the left side. Nice move. And he's thrown out of bounds.
Joseph DeMarco on the run. Mahwah still has a few of their starters in there yet. So
Welch was in there with the stop. 2:54 to go. Can Mahwah get in and score a touchdown?
This is good for the younger players for Westwood to get in here and get action, because all these kids will be playing next year.
Absolutely.
Give them time.
A lot of these kids here are going to have to take up the mantle.
Yeah, the seniors that graduate. You need a new quarterback, right? Got to have quarterbacks, and Aiden Carazano.
Wide receiver, yeah.
Stephen Klein.
And here comes...
Joe Klein. I said Stephen. They get them all mixed up.
Marco.
Joe is senior.
Tackled by Rinaldi, number 8. He's in. He's the safety.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 14 seconds. Mahwah's driving for a touchdown. Tried to avert a shutout. Mahwah lost their quarterback, David Cobell. He was injured. Left arm was injured on a. He was trying to pass and was tackled. This is Duffy. And Duffy's dropped after a first down. We're inside 2 minutes.
Yeah, Westwood just got to kind of
Gives me a chance now as the clock's running down to thank everybody. I want to first thank Roger Pelletieri, the athletic director at Mahwah. Thank you so very much for all the help you gave and putting up with me making a mistake of where we're going to go, and you handled it so perfectly. I want to thank you. For the head coach here, Adam Schutz, thank you so very much for all the assistance. You called me a few times. You sent me information, tidbits on the student athletes, and I thank you so very much. I think you got a nice program here. Just keep up the good work, and good things will happen in the future. So thank you so very much. Of course, on the Westwood side, we want to thank Danny Vivino, the athletic director at Westwood, always there to help. Bobby Guy, who guided me through this afternoon's the situation with the press box. Thank you so much, Bobby Guy. You were a gentleman, always have been, always will be. To the staff here at WCTV, who put in so much work, to Ricky Wojcicki, who's doing the directing, Ida, who's been running around doing the remotes, having her friends from the horse rescue farm.
Yes.
Because she'll give it to me all the way back home. Thank you so very much. Our camera people upstairs who were able to get close up so we could see just exactly what was going on. Bob Steckel, Paul Packey, and that'll be the last play of the game as it gets down to the 15. Paul Packey, Lou Serbio, thank you so very much for all of you. And of course, my sidekick here who did a wonderful job today.
Thank you,
the
man.
great Brian Carr, who filled in admirably, and I had a wonderful time working with him. Westwood wins 35-0 here at Mahwah, and they continue their undefeated season. So for everybody, and Brian, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. It was good
Great
job, buddy. Good job,
for everybody here at WCTV, we thank you. Again, the final score, Westwood 35, Mahwah 0. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week when Ramsey comes to Westwood.